Good day, learners! Welcome to my class. I am Sir Percy, your teacher for today's episode. Today, we will talk about research, particularly the quantitative and qualitative data. This video lesson was designed with you in mind. It is made to help you master qualitative and quantitative data. The scope of this video lesson allows it to be used in many different learning situations. In this lesson, we will focus on the features and differences between qualitative and quantitative data. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to differentiate qualitative data from quantitative data, utilize qualitative and quantitative tools in analyzing and presenting data. These objectives are aligned to the most essential learning competency for week 1 and 2, which are the basics or prerequisite lesson along with the statistical test result for the appropriate analysis of both qualitative and quantitative data. Before we proceed on our topic, can you answer the following questions? Are you ready? What is the science that deals with collecting, analyzing, presenting, and interpreting data? A. Numerology. B. Psychology. C. Research. Or D. Statistics.
If your answer is D, statistics, you are correct. Let's move on to the next item.
Which term refers to a factual information recorded and used for the purpose of analysis? A. Gen. B. Data. C. Theory. Or D. Hypothesis. Great! The answer is B. Data. What type of data is generated when answering a checklist like the health declaration form? A. Data. B. Qualitative. C. Quantitative. Or D. Mixed method. Is your answer is letter C? Very good. The correct answer is quantitative. Which type of data utilize personal interview and in-depth explanation of facts? A. Data. B. Qualitative. C. Quantitative. Or D. Mixed method. The correct answer is letter B, qualitative. Which process is being described when a researcher gathers information through observations? A. Data collection. B. Analysis of data. C. Conducting experiment. Or D. Formulating hypothesis. Great! The correct answer is letter A, data collection. Qualitative data answers the question why. It is not statistical, investigative, and frequently open-ended. Generating this data are used for theorization, interpretations, developing hypotheses, and initial understandings. On the contrary, quantitative data can answer the questions how much or how many, followed by conclusive information. It is statistical and is typically structured in nature. This type of data is measured using numbers and values used in data analysis. Quantitative data is much more concise and close-ended. That's according to PICEL 2019. Let us recall that a variable is any characteristics that can take on different values like height, age, sex, species, or score. In research, we usually want to know the effects of one variable to another. For instance, you might want to evaluate whether students prefer online classes over traditional one, or you might be interested in knowing the certain group of individuals who are prone to COVID-19. To check your understanding about independent and dependent variable, answer the following questions.
Research question number 1. What is the effect of diet and regular soda on blood sugar level? I will give you 10 seconds to identify the independent and dependent variables. Great! The independent variable is the effect of diet and regular soda on blood sugar levels, and the dependent variable is your blood sugar levels. Research question number 2. How does phone use before bedtime affect sleep quality? Time's up. The independent variable is how does phone use before bedtime affect sleep quality? And the dependent variables are the number of hours of sleep and quality of sleep. Research question number 3. How well do different plant species tolerate salt water? The independent variable is how well do different plant species tolerate salt water? And the dependent variables are plant growth and plant survival rate.
In crafting your research study, it is imperative to identify the type of data to be used in the study. Qualitative data deals with the word used to understand concepts, thoughts, and experiences. It enables you to gain a deeper insight on topics that are not well understood. Numbers and graphs are expressed as quantitative data. It is used to test or confirm theories or assumptions and can be used to establish generalizable facts about a topic. Both qualitative and quantitative data are important for gaining different kinds of information. However, knowing their difference will aid you in choosing the appropriate research methods to collect and analyze data, and they will allow you to answer your research objectives.
Qualitative data versus quantitative data. Qualitative data focuses on exploring ideas, formulating a theory or hypothesis, and it is being analyzed by summarizing, categorizing, and interpreting, and it is usually expressed in words. However, quantitative data focuses on testing theories and hypotheses. It is analyzed by calculations and statistical analysis. It is usually expressed in numbers, graphs, and tables. The respondents in qualitative is few. The type of question is open-ended, and the key terms are understanding, context, complexity, and subjectivity. Data collection methods is usually gathered through interview, focus groups, ethnography, and literature review. In quantitative data, the respondents are many. The type of questions is close. And the key terms are testing, measurement, objectivity, and replicability. The data collection methods include surveys, experiments, and observations. Here are some examples of research questions to gather qualitative data. How satisfied are you with your online class? Do you get quality sleeping time despite the pandemic? Or what can be done to improve the health program in your barangay? However, here are some examples of research questions to gather quantitative data. On a scale of 1 to 5, how will you rate learning in online class? What is your average sleeping time during this time of pandemic? And currently, how many cases of COVID-19 are there in your barangay?
Alright, I think you are ready for a short quiz. Will you please get a writing pad and a ball pen so that you can write your answer? Let's begin. Which is a method commonly used in qualitative research? A. Survey. B. Interview. C. Experiment. Or D. Observation. In this new normal, a person is about to enter a mall, answers the health declaration form. What type of data collection is being conducted? A. Survey. B. Focus group. C. Observation. Or D. Face-to-face interview. Which of the following describes a quantitative data? A. Tree is very tall. B. Tree is 14 meters tall. C. Tree produces rubber of extract. D. Tree's lifespan can reach over 100 years. Which statement does "My son is 4 years old and weighs normal for his age" describe? A. Qualitative data. B. Quantitative data. C. Data collection method. Or D. Qualitative data and quantitative data. Which is not a qualitative data? A. Metro Manila tops the list of most COVID-19 cases in the Philippines by region. B. Lawmakers just strongly implement travel ban to keep out Philippines from COVID-19 variant. C. In December 27, 2020, 883 new cases of COVID-19 bring Philippines tally to a total of 469,886 cases. Or D. According to CNN Philippines, President Duterte will urge possible lockdown if new cases of coronavirus variant spike. Which does not describe a qualitative data? A. Interview. B. Subjective. C. Ethnography. Or D. More respondents required. Which is is not utilized in quantitative research? A. Words. B. Tables. C. Graphs. Or D. Numbers. Which is more aligned to quantitative data? A. Relies on few sample size. B. Experimental design is used. C. Conducts focus group discussion. D. Can use a reflection journal kept by the researcher. Which of the following is used to prove or disprove a hypothesis in a quantitative research? A. Online interview. B. Literature review. C. Statistical analysis. Or D. Survey questionnaire. All of the following are included in a qualitative data, except A. Survey and questionnaire data. B. Text, pictures, videos, and sound recordings. C. Data that can be summarized by numbers. Or D. Written materials from respondents' answer to open-ended items. Congratulations! Because you made it this far. You have learned the difference between qualitative and quantitative data, as well as how to utilize qualitative and quantitative tools in analyzing and presenting data. So, that's it for today. I hope you enjoy our discussion. And again, I am Sir Percy. Thank you very much.